Here we go.
Hey.
Can you hear me okay?
Yep. Is she able to come? There she is. Okay. Hi, Joy.
Tracy, Joy, can you hear me?
Yep.
I can.
Hello, I can too.
Well, hello
Okay,
there.
good. So forgive me if I have to occasionally shut my camera off and turn it back on. I'm like kind of far from my Wi-Fi, so it keeps freezing. Okay, sorry, that's exactly what I was saying. Occasionally I'll have to turn my camera off for a couple seconds because I'm too far from my Wi-Fi for it to handle like video and audio at the same time. So sometimes I'll freeze. But yeah, if I shut my camera off.
Do you want to go ahead and just have her as the host now?
Yes, I will definitely make her host. Hang on 1 second. All right, Miss Joy, you are the host now.
Okay. Okay, so that's going to come up okay. Let me try something else here. Make sure that's going to come up. All right, why is that not working? Oh, okay, gotcha.
Lovely.
Move all my things around here so I can find it. That's the one video I want to do. Okay, I think I'm good.
Yay.
I think we're good, we're good, we're good. So, well, hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, even if you can't see me right now.
Well, I know what you look like because I caught a glimpse.
Yes. Like catching a glimpse of Bigfoot in the woods. That's me.
Where do you live at?
I'm from Johnstown.
Okay. You get as much rain there as we are here right now?
Oh yeah, it's very gloomy here today, but it was so hot yesterday that it's kind of welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, we just got done planting a lot, so we got seed down. So it was kind of relief not to be wasting, well, I would say wasting water, but you know, we're preparing for the water bill when you plant something.
Oh yeah.
So
what are you planting?
Well, in the back of our property, we used to have about a dozen large trees, pine trees. We had to take them down in August because they got diseased. You know, they'd been there for like 12 years. And so it's been blank, and we have a road behind there. So it's been like really odd not having anything back there. Yeah. So we've been working with a landscaper. We started in the fall, but then wound up with somebody different here in the spring. And we're going to put some more out there. And then we have some islands of more ornamental stuff. So anyways, but so it's all prepped to go. We've got the ornamental stuff in there. They got the wrong trees, the wrong shrubs.
Oh.
So we've got holes that are probably full of water right now, waiting for the trees to come in. So it's crazy. But the grass, and we really condensed it down smaller. So we've got a lot of grass seed planted. So this is
that's
good.
Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So
okay, do you want to get started, because we're recording this so that we can share with the members and everything. So I love the video that you sent me this morning, Joy. I didn't get to see all of it. My goodness, it's awesome.
Isn't it awesome? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, I thought about this, Tracy, when you're saying about the people that signed up for it. You know, I guess probably having a price on it would have been better, only because when people see free, they don't invest.
Yeah, well, this is recorded right now, so we're going to be giving this to everybody that is, because they get 4 free classes a year, or I'm sorry, a month. They get 4 free classes a month. So this is part of their package. But if you ever want to do a training one, we can definitely do that as well.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. You can start whenever, because we're recording this for them. So.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Well, hey, welcome everybody to this course from salontraining.com. I want to thank Tracy for inviting me here today, and I really appreciate it. I love what you're doing, and I hope I can bring a lot of value to, well, I shouldn't say I hope I can. I know I can bring a lot of value to your business through some techniques and some things that I know through this word called relationship marketing. So just real quick, I'm Joy Klohonatz. I'm a relationship marketing executive with a company called Greener Still / Send Out Cards. I've actually been in the appreciation marketing business for over 35 years, between retail management for 23 and coaching and training business and professionals for the last 12. I've done different speaking all over the world. And as you can see, my accolades, different things that I have done that I've been recognized because of my value I can bring to people through appreciation. So very excited to be here with you here today. And I'm going to start first by saying, what is relationship marketing? You hear this term thrown around an awful lot, but basically what it means is in your marketing efforts, if you can spend 80% of your marketing dollars focusing on the people and 20% focusing on your goods and services, then you're doing what relationship marketing is all about. I'm going to give you a few stats and statistics, not totally for the salon business, but for anybody in business in general. And I think we all know that there's much more competition today, and therefore there's less loyalty. For each month that you don't communicate with your customer, you lose 10% of your influence. The number one reason a customer does not come back to your place of service is they forget about you. 95% of your happy customers will go to a competitor on impulse. And the number one most effective form of communication is a written thank you, but only 3% of business owners send thank you notes. So let's talk about retention for a minute. It's 5 times more expensive. Losing you here, 5 times more expensive to acquire a new customer than keeping a current one. However, okay, my thing's not moving here. Hang on. A 5% improvement in customer retention will increase your profitability on an average of 55%. I love this pie chart. One of my favorites to really show professionals is, why do your clients actually leave? Of course, 1% they do pass on, 3% they might move, 5% they buy from a friend, 9% is price, 14% is dissatisfied, but 68% is perceived indifference, where your client and your customer really doesn't feel like you care about them. You only care about the dollar. So you might be asking yourself, after you see these statistics, what is a person to do? Well, I'm going to give you I've got some tips here, but before we do this, there's many of you that might be thinking, well, you know what? I send out a newsletter. I have a website, but I want you to be wary of these percentages. 88% of emails are never opened. 84% of Facebook posts are never seen. But yet, direct mail has a 78% open rate. And a tangible greeting card has 100% open rate. So I'm going to give you some tips for referrals and retention for you. Number one is cherish each person before the visit, during the visit, and most importantly, after the visit. You can change this word to say sales if you want to. Tom Hopkins, he wrote a book called How to Master the Art of Selling. He was a real estate agent. He's in the World Book of Guinness, world record in retail sales. Within 3 years, 99% of his business came from referrals. Within 5 years, he went from earning $50 a month to $14 million a year. His secret weapon was 10 handwritten thank you notes every single day. Now, thank you. Thank you for talking to me. Thank you for meeting me. Thanks for the business. Thanks for the referral. These are all things that are pretty common, but the two that really stand out to me is a thank you for taking your time to consider letting me serve you before the decision was made. And thank you for taking your time to analyze my services after they bought from someone else. Think about how hard those thank yous are, but the power in those thank yous. If that person, even though they may have gone with somebody else, they're going to refer their friends to him. And next time, definitely consider him just by doing these two things down here. Number 2, build a brand identity. Who are you? Who do others see you to be? And are you being the authentic you? Okay. Think about, well, Mary Kay Ash, she's probably one of the best examples of this. She built this 1.2 billion empire by teaching her beauty consultants to send out 3 cards before they went to bed at night. One for recognition, one for congratulations, and one for appreciation. I call that the RCA effect. But you think about that, it's a mindset. When you have a mindset to thank people for things or find things to recognize people for, it becomes easier. Number 3, communicate often. Would your customers remember your name 6 months from now, or just the company name that you work for? Would your name come to their mind first before they even consider Googling the services you offer? The genius of this is Joe Girard. He's in the Guinness Book of World Records. He averaged selling 6 cars a day for 14 years. He created a place for himself in the brains of his prospects and clients by keeping in touch with them, what we know is top of mind. He sent 13 cards to all prospects and clients every year. Now, you might be asking yourself at this point, like, how in the world can you send that many cards, and what in the world would they be? Well, here's just some examples of different cards that he would send. Now, I want you to kind of keep a thought process on these right here, and we'll come back to it later, because in the salon business, you've got the same opportunity. You know, Joe actually hired 3 full-time employees to buy his cards and handwrite his messages for him. So I would say that when you can do your shift and think about this 80-20 on your marketing tools that you have, you're going to be taking people from thinking, not just thinking about your goods and services, but feeling in their heart that you are the only one that they want to do business with. So I like to, one of my favorite quotes whenever I'm talking to anybody about anything, it's just favorite quote in life, is that people will forget what you say, they'll forget what you do, but they'll never forget how you make them feel. And that's what, when you kind of go back to all these statistics with the greeting cards, that's what you want to do. You want people to feel that you truly are the person that they want to do business with and keep coming back to over and over again. Now,
Joy, can I interrupt you just one quick second?
Yep.
Can I just say, like, how you made me feel already? And I don't know you that well, like we met, at a different meeting one time. And Joy had sent me 2 cards so far. One that was my daughter's birthday, which she's never met my daughter. And it was the most beautiful card because it had her picture on it and it had a brownie with it. And my kids just loved it. And the brownies are so incredible, by the way. And then we had a friend, which was one of our trainers that passed away just recently, Oscar. And you sent the most, I've never, ever had a card like that in my entire life. His pictures were on there, and I can't wait till you actually go and show these, how you can design them, because you're right. It made me feel like, oh my gosh, there's this lady that just knows how, hurt I am. And she took her time just to send me a card. So thank you. I just wanted to say that.
Thank you, Tracy. Thank you for that very much. Yeah, it's a mindset. It's really, celebrating other people, kind of taking yourself out of the equation and celebrating other people. And now, all of these that I pointed out before, it could be like for any business, as you can tell, but I'm going to show you a real quick 2-minute video from a hairstylist and what she did with the cards, and how she grew her business with them here. So I'm going to show this here real quick, and then I'll be back with you.
She's going to share with you how she used relationship marketing to become one of the top 100 hair salons in the country. Let's go ahead and go over to her now, and we'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.
Hey, Cody, I'd love to share a story with you. As you know, for 19 years, we owned and operated 5 high-end hair salons. And We were in the top 200 salons in the country, and it was nothing for somebody to drop $500 to have their hair cut and colored and highlighted at our place. We owned Aveda Lifestyle Salons. 49 employees serviced 16,000 customers in our community. But I want to tell you how it all started. I was a huge card sender. In my salons, I used to have a room that was a mail room, and we had 4 employees that were paid minimum wage, and their job was to print postcards and labels and stick labels and stamps on cards. Thank you for visiting cards. Thank you for your referral card. We used to have a huge referral program, and we built so much business off of sending cards of recognition. Now, this is back in the day when it was just a white postcard with black print on it, no pictures, nothing. And if I would have had send out cards building my salon business, I can't even begin to imagine how much money I would have saved and how much more money I would have made because of how simple it is. And this is what I would do. Every time a customer comes in, you take a before picture with them. And then when they're done and they're all happy and they're beautiful and their hair's done, you take an after picture with them. And you send them a thank you for visiting card with a before and after picture. You tell them to hang it on their vanity and stare at it every day so they can see how beautiful their hair looks when it's fresh. They will come in sooner because they see fresh hair, and their friends will see the picture and say, oh my gosh, this is such a cute picture. Who sent you this? And when they tell you that your hairdresser sent it to you, they're going to be so impressed. They're going to want to go to that salon too. People will collect their cards over time, and they'll start bringing you cards saying, I want this haircut again. I want this hair color again. And when somebody comes in and gets referred by a friend, you take a picture of that person and you send their friend a thank you for referring your friend card. It is the best relationship marketing tool I've ever laid my eyes on, Cody. And I love it to death, but not enough to go open a salon again. But I absolutely love it. And anybody can grow a network with these cards.
Pretty powerful. Pretty powerful. So, okay. So probably what you're waiting for now is like, okay, let's talk about these cards. What do we do? How do we use them? And how does it actually work? So here's what I'm going to do for you here today. I'm actually going to show you how to send a card. I'm going to do the desktop version. If we have enough time, I'll actually pull my app up for you and let you see how you can do the same thing from a phone app. Now think about that a minute. When you're in a salon and you're going between clients and that type of thing, what kind of power you can have right in the palm of your hands. So anyways, when you do get an account with Send Out Cards, this is basically what it's going to look like. You're going to see a whole bunch of cards that you can scroll down here, and you can choose some of the cards that we already have printed up for you. And you can just choose one and go from there. But as we're talking about, photos are like really cool. We also have these, what we call photo drop cards. You'll see that these are people that you probably don't even have any idea who they are. But what we're doing is we're showing you this is a drop card. This is a card that's going to have living our best life on the front, and you're going to be able to drop a picture inside, in the card or on the front of the card there, and then you can customize the size, the inside. So, and if you're looking for something particular, you can actually scan across the top and pull a category, or you can do a search and pull up the card that you might want. And then you can actually build your own, start completely from scratch and bring all your different photos and everything inside. So I'm going to choose this one right here because I have a special card I want to send to somebody. And you'll see it pops up here. And the other cool thing about some of our cards, where we see these like little dots on the bottom, you can actually change the coloring a little bit on the front of your cards, or on these, this particular drop card. Okay, so when you hit the customize button, you come into where you can have a lot of options. The regular 2-panel card is always what it's defaulted on, and standard paper, which is a beautiful gloss finish paper, great quality of paper. However, if I wanted to make this a flat card front and back, I can do it. If I want to make it a 3-panel card, I can do it. No difference in price. But if you really want to make an impression and do a big card, these are like the big, grab one here for you, 8x10 cards. Look at this graduation card that I created for someone. For $1.50 more, I was able to put this card in the mail to somebody. 8x10. And by the way, our cards here are 5x7, so they're beautiful in frames. They work perfect in a frame. You can also upgrade your paper. You can do a satin finish, or you can do a pearl. We're going to keep everything just on default this time, and you click the continue button. This is going to take to where you're going to begin to edit your card. Wherever you see a camera, you just click on the camera and it pulls up pictures that I've already got in here, or you can upload pictures in. Now I pulled this on the Facebook there, Miss Tracy. I thought it was one of your coolest pictures out there. And so we're just going to put celebrating you. Okay, now when you click this arrow that takes you to the inside of the card. All right, you have two panels, left and your right side panel. On the, wherever you see a pencil, if you click on the pencil, that opens up your whole sidebar. You've got your size of font there. You've got your different fonts. We've got over 50 fonts in here that you can choose from. You can also color your font. It's always defaulted onto black, but you can actually make any kind of color. You make any, change it whatever way you want to. So I'm just going to write a quick little message here. You're an E, Tracy, right? Yeah. And I cannot type and talk at the same time, so you're just going to have to bear with me here.
I am the same way.
And I can't type right either. Now, the cool thing is here too, you can actually even do your own handwriting font and signature. I have mine in here. I'm going to throw in here. Now you'll see mine is like a little tiny, and that's only because I grandfathered into this system from an older system that we once, older platform. So I just have to make mine big. But when you do that signature plate now, it'll be real form to, it'll be the same points and that type of thing to everything. So, but anyway, so that's basically what my message is. Now, if I want to throw in any kind of photos, you'll see the square on this side actually takes you to where your templates are, where you can actually choose a template and bring other photos in. Okay, and I'm just going to throw this in here because I was just going to put a background on here, but I love your rose colored on your black. I think that's wonderful branding. So that's how you can bring photos in there too. And I can make them smaller. In fact, that might even look even better. You can also do backgrounds to bring in your cards. Now you will notice that there's also one more arrow over here for edit the back, because you own the back of this card. So you can put your branding on the back of the card. Highly recommend whenever you're sending cards for the reasons of celebrating and appreciating other people, you don't market yourself on the inside of that card. Use the back side of that card if you choose. Okay. And then sometimes you don't even have to do that. And you'll see over here when I click on this, you'll see some of the backs that I have already created over time and use them in here. Now, Tracy, I've been playing around with yours a little bit here. Let me see if I have it. There it is. So I actually put a back together for you with your logo on it. And this is, of course, your tagline on your website. You can put your information in there. You can do whatever you want in there for people to get in touch with you, whatever. So that is basically the finished card. And when I click save and proceed to checkout, this is where if I was going to add a gift, I would add the gift. You heard Tracy mention earlier about the brownies. They are like the best thing in the world. They're even better, Tracy, when you can warm them up in the microwave and throw a little scoop of ice cream on top or some chocolate too. Just kind of saying there for the lack of calorie intake, right? So, and you basically would click on add the gift and you'll see that we have a whole selection of gifts in here. You see the brownies are like our #1 seller, you know, on the brownies. There's all kinds of different categories of different gifts. So even little card size gifts, which are just like little, you know, just like inspirational sayings and different things like that. We also have a gifting catalog. So you can, or gift card catalog, I'm sorry. And you can see we've got American Express gift cards in there and Fanatics right now. We usually have more, and that's all based on availability that we get them into the warehouse. But one-stop shop, that graduation card I showed you a minute ago, that big one, when I go to graduation parties, I don't take a gift with me. I just have my phone and I take pictures, and I'll do a collage of pictures like that. And when I send it to them, I'll include a gift card with it, as a gift. I do the same thing for weddings. Now, I don't usually do a big card for weddings. Personally, myself, I'll do like a three panel and just do snapshots. They're going to get a bunch of wedding pictures, but they're not going to get those candid shots that you're taking with your phone. And that's what I put in there. So then when you get down here, you're going to see add recipient. See this button here for upload contacts. If you've got a large database when you're setting up your account, you can actually download them all in here too, so you don't have to put them in one by one. So once you click your add recipient, you'll see I have a bunch of people in here, and I'll just.
Can I ask you a question again?
Mhm.
So we use a couple different softwares for sending out emails right now. So our contact list. So do they convert to all different ones? Like, or do we manually put them in, or can they convert?
No, as long as you can get what you have, your other CRM base, and get it into an Excel format, CSV file, you can dump them in here. And then the other thing too, and I'll show you here in a minute, you can actually put them in different groups.
Awesome.
So you can have everybody in all kinds of groups. So then once you hit the done button, your card is ready to go. You'll see Tracy's name is down here. Hit ready to send, and the card is ready to go. Now notice how this is a free for anybody who sets up for setting up a free account, a new account. Your first card is always going to be free. Okay, but we have accounts out there that you can pay a monthly, and all of your cards are free, including postage. So I could send all day long. I know last week personally myself, I sent 94 cards out, for myself. So, and I didn't pay anything more than that monthly plan. So, and we'll show you that here in a second. But then once you send it, then you get this beautiful message. It says, congratulations, you made the world a better place. And the cool thing is, whenever you send a card, you now have your own little private link that you can pass to somebody else and let somebody else send a free card. And what's really cool about our system now is when you do that and that person chooses to get into one of our plans or wants to continue using the service, you can actually accumulate credits on your own purchases by sharing that link all the time. So anyways, and Tracy, I wanted to show everybody here too, the relationships. This is where everybody is. This is where you have all of your contacts. You can see a full history on every card you've ever sent every person. You can always go back and look at that again. You can edit them. You can add them to the different groups just to kind of show you, these are just like different groups I have set up that have multitude of people in them. You can send a card from here, a campaign, which I'm going to explain to you here in a second. You can actually even share your contacts with somebody else. So if you got somebody within your within your office or whatever, and they have their own account and you want to share contacts with them, you can do that way too. So anyways, the card we just sent is what we called a heartfelt card. That's one card. It's going out immediately, and going to one specific message for that particular person. We have another way that we use this system that I want to show you in what we call campaigns. A campaign is it's a card that you might want to create and use over and over again to send at a scheduled time, like a birthday card. You might want to put a birthday card in there. In fact, I have my birthday cards in here. And when I get ready, like right here is my birthday card. So when I get ready to send this birthday card to somebody, I have two. I have one for male, one for female. And when I get ready to send them, it's all ready to go. And all I do is hit send order, decide who I'm going to send it to, and so forth and so on. So that's a campaign card. The other kind of campaign card is like a Christmas card where you create one card to send it to a whole bunch of people. All right. And then the third kind of a campaign is what I'm going to show you right here. And this is actually, let me just open this one up. This is a series of cards that you can set up to go out over a period of time. Like for instance, this particular one, you have a card that's going to go out immediately. We're just going to kind of view what that card looks like. You'll have your message in there. We have a name merge message feature, by the way, too, that when you use this feature, whoever you send this card to, their first name's going to pop in there for you. Okay, and there's actually even a message in there already on some of these cards that we've created, and you just tweak the cards, get them the way you want. But the point is, when you go to send this campaign, this card's going to go out immediately. 3 months later, this card is going to go out. Okay, 6 months later, another card is going to go out. One's going to go out on their birthday, and one's going to go out December 1st. Now, these campaigns, our designers have already designed them for you, and then we've decided these dates and stuff, but you can change them. The point is, you can change them. You can make it a 3-card campaign if you want to. But once you get this campaign in place and you go to send it, you're going to send it one time, and all these other, the one will go out immediately, and the other 4 will go out when you've queued them to go out. Okay. Now, personally, for the salon industry, when I was looking at this, I'm thinking that having an immediate thank you card for that first new client, and then a birthday card and a Christmas card, or a Thanksgiving card, something like that. A 3-card campaign might be really a great thing for somebody to start out on. Okay, but these are just ones that are set up already. And you can, hang on, I'm going to get back out of this. Okay, there's a couple of different ones that we've already got set up, but you can also create your own. But this is just making it easy for you to have them all set up, ready to go. You tweak them one time and, you know, you're ready to go. So those are what we call multi-touch campaigns. You know, we were talking about Joe Girard a minute ago, you know, and how he sends out 12 cards a year. He literally, in the system we have now, he could have queued all 12 of those cards to go over the course of the year one time, and not had the people that he was paying to do the cards. And just like Darla talking about having 2 people that, you know, just totally did her cards all the time, you know, same thing with her. You can do that. But those are what we call the campaigns. So any questions, Tracy, or who was on the call here, that you might have that I can answer for you on this piece?
Yes. Do you happen to, are you able to show, not the whole video that you sent me today, but there was a video of, I don't know if it was the one today or the other one that you sent, that it showed the salon one of the images of their hair. Like, that was really cool. I don't remember where that was. Do you?
It was probably on the one you were watching today. Well, that's the 20-minute one.
Okay.
The 20-minute one. Yeah. And actually the one you posted on your site, I think he held that up too, didn't he? The gentleman, the salon owner there, that's out on your site already, that before and after pictures, you know, and basically what they say is, you know, you got the before picture and the after picture, and it's like, okay, you know, you put this on Facebook and it's gone in an instant, you know, but if you put it in a card, they have it forever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they just use it over and over again, you know, or I mean, they'll just see it over and over again and share that over and over again.
And the cards that you sent me, they're like very glossy. Like they look like a photographer. I mean, they look like a photo. Yeah. They don't look like a card. So what setting is that on here?
That's the standard print.
Wow.
Yeah. That is the standard. Yep. Yeah, that's the standard print in there. I'm just going to click on this just to kind of get to that screen. So yeah, that's the standard print on there. The satin, the pearl is like a matte finish. Okay. And the satin, the best way to describe satin is like butter. You know, it's the gloss, but it doesn't have the shine.
Wow.
You know, kind of a thing. So yeah, there's quite a few different ones that, you know, just kind of gives you a different appearance on there.
Wow.
So, but let me think here. Where else can I show you here? Want me to go into how the pricing goes on this?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Just to kind of show, hey, just so you know, also, as you were talking about this, when you get your site and you go into your account, you're going to see a bunch of different links down here too. Because, you know, and if you're thinking that you can't possibly have the time to do this, we actually have a VA service, a virtual assistant service that will do this for you. that will do your cards, mail your, you decide, who everything is going to, and you decide your cards and everything, but this service literally does it for you. Okay, so we have that service, just so you know that. We also have another service out there that if you're into personal development and those kind of courses and classes, similar, not what Tracy's doing here. It's totally different what Tracy's doing here. But if you're looking for personal development and that type of thing, we have Prompting You. That's another feature that we have under our umbrella of Greener Still now. We also have specialty gifts. In addition to the brownies, we have gifts that are like an experience when you get them, from the paper that wrapped into the filling inside the card, and it's just really gorgeous. And we also have the stream marketing, which is an online presence it's like your own website, but it's like a landing page to get people directed to your websites, kind of thing. So we have other features, other things that send out cards could do for you, or the whole concept. But the way the pricing works with the send out cards, let me just kind of share with you. When you send your first card for free, and I'm going to give you a link here at the end of this too. And plus Tracy also has it on her website. When you send your first card for free, it's going to put you right into this basic account right here. So basically you have an account, and anytime you want to send a card, it's going to be $275 a card plus your stamp. That's basically the way it is. Okay. So, no monthly, no anything, whatever. But if you're going to send like 25 of the same card or 50 of the same card, you'll see the tiered pricing. Your price goes down on the quantity of cards that you want to send out in the automated sense. Okay. But every day you can send a card. It's only going to cost you $275 plus your stamp. Now think about what I said earlier with that too. That's not just $1. It's obviously not a dollar store card. You're going to be able to put photos in there. You got this quality of paper. You can make it a 3-panel if you want to versus a 2-panel, kind of a thing. Just so you know. And that big card I showed you, it's $275 plus the $150, which is still one heck of a lot better than what you're going to find anywhere else, especially when you can put photos inside.
Those big cards, like if you see them in the store, aren't they like $10 or something?
Oh, at least, yeah.
Wow, that's okay.
Yeah, it's just like crazy. But that's one plan. The other ones here, this one right here, I will tell you is a very popular when people are first starting out, because for this $37, you can send 30 heartfelt cards. Okay. That's $1.23 a card. Okay. Again, there's no stipulation on the price, on the photos or any of that. Everything is the same on all of these plans. It's just a matter of what price you want to pay for your cards. So these 30 cards are included in this, but again, your automated sends, where if we use the campaigns and all that kind of thing, that pricing comes down here. It's not included in that 30. Okay.
And that also includes the stamps, and you guys send it, right?
No.
Or no? Okay.
No, these do not include the stamps. You're always going to pay stamps on top of that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Where your stamps are included are these unlimited packages.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so this unlimited 97, this is 97 for the month, but you totally have unlimited You can send as many cards as you want all day long. The postage is included. You're not going to pay anything more. And we're talking all over the world. You got family over in England, you got family up in Canada, or you got friends and out of the country. You're not going to pay anything more for that postage. Okay, it's included in this 97. Just kind of like wrap your head around numbers. If you sent 3 cards a day for 30 days, your cards didn't even cost you 50 cents. Okay, it's just unreal. But again, the automated sends fall into a different category, and you're going to pay a different price for those. Okay, now the difference between this one and these two guys, these ones give you some of those automated sends. These ones give you 100 automated sends. This one gives you 250 automated sends. Okay, I will tell you that for most businesses, this is where they do ride, because they do want to automate. They do want to, schedule cards to go out. They do want to set up something one time so they don't have to go back and change it all the time, and use it over and over again. So that falls into this, and they get 100 of those. The other interesting thing too, your gifts on this first plan are all, you're going to pay full price. Your gifts on this plan, you're getting 20% discount. On these unlimited plans, you're actually getting 30% discount. And plus you get special pricing on those brownies. Tracy, those brownies that I sent you in this plan, okay, all together were less than $8.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, and that includes postage. I mean, that's the shipping is included in that too. So you can't go wrong with that. I mean, if you're a gift sender, this is where you need to be as well. And the other thing to know is none of these are contractual, like you're in a contract to use it for 6 months or a year. It's month by month. Okay, I had a client this month, they're sending about 300 graduates. It's a foundation that wanted to send graduates to their private, a card to the graduates for, for graduating. And what they did is they literally jumped up into this $250 unlimited plan for this month to get their cards out. They paid $1, that works out to be $1 a card.
Wow.
$1 a card. And now they can still send unlimited stuff all month long if they want to. Okay, so they jumped up into this 250. They'll go back down to they're on the 37. So they're going back down to the 37, after the 30 days. So it's so good. And when you go back and forth, they prorate too. They prorate and adjust and all that kind of thing. So you're not locked into anything. It's very, very intuitive for everybody to use, very easy to use, and very, to just get into the plan that you want to get into. So that's how the plans work on that too. And I think the only other thing I mentioned already that we have a customer referral program where you can get credits towards those purchases. And we also have an affiliate program. Instead of wanting credits, if you want money instead, it's $14 a month. And now you can share it and you can actually give yourself a little side income if you choose. So, and that's any of those, or that you can add any time that you want along the way. So that's the site. I mean, that's all we have. And like I say, you can, enjoy that, go back and forth. Tracy, I'll tell you what, if you want, I can also demo the app and let everybody see that.
Yeah, sure.
Is that good? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get back into here a minute. It's always a challenge when I'm demoing my app here, just so that I can make sure I get it set up right here. It's gonna work, I can tell you already. Yay. So it doesn't matter what you are on, Android or iPhone. It's all the same. This is right here is what your logo looks like, sendoutcards.com. And when you tap on it, this pulls up. And as you can see, again, you can choose your cards or you can build your own, start from scratch. I'm just going to actually just do a well wish here. Gonna scroll down here and just kind of read what the inside of it. Okay. And you'll see across the bottom, this is the flat card. This is a 2-panel defaulted, again, a 3-panel. You can do a smaller postcards. I'm not a big fan of postcards because the post office never treats them nice when they run through the machines and they come into you smudged. And of course, you can also do a big card, but we're going to keep it on the regular card. And I'm hit the crate button at the top. This is the front of my card. Life handed you some real lemons. You'll see at the bottom here, we're at the actual top right. I don't know if everything's moved out that you can see it says front on there. You swipe to the left, that's my inside left. I'm a big component of putting backgrounds on. So since we're talking lemons, I'm going to put a yellow background on here. And now this is the side where I'm going to type my message. Or what's really cool is you can actually speak your message. Dear Deb, comma, new line. Been thinking about you today, period, new line. And I sure hope you get to feeling better soon. Period, new line, warmly, comma. Okay, and again, you'll see this little button here. This is actually my signature, and I can put my signature in there. I hit the save button. And that is my card. And again, there's one more side for the back side. I can change my back if I want to by clicking this little button down here. And these are the other ones that I have figured out already. See, you're always in the mindset, what one is going to make them feel good? Okay, so that one is Snoopy hug for you. Okay, you hit your air up at the top, taking me to the back of my card. I can add a gift if I choose here. Oh, maybe I will add this. You know, I'm always adding brownies. And then you'll see the button here for add contacts. Select from my database. Hit the done again. Hit the continue at the bottom. It's going to submit. It's going to tell me there's the brownies. I told you under $8. Hit the submit. The card is on its way. That's how quick the app is. So with that said, okay, I'm sorry. Do you have a question?
Oh, I just said that is so cool. I didn't think I was on.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I unmuted.
That's good. Good timing. It worked out good. So just to recap on the benefits for you as a salon owner, what will happen for you when you implement a system like this is it's a fact, people want to be appreciated. There's not enough of that in the world to be appreciated. People will keep their cards. People will put your card on the refrigerator for others to see. And you will be beating your competition. Remember the slide that talked about your top 3%. You will be part of that top 3%, and people will come back over and over again. This is just a little, you're wondering what to send cards for, thank you, especially on the first visit, always birthdays, always holidays. And, on this offbeat holidays, I'm a big component of offbeat holidays. Like, for instance, you probably didn't even know this, but last Friday on May 13th was National Hummus Day. Now, I actually sent a card with hummus on the front and a recipe on the inside to a whole bunch of people. I'm still getting messages from people, about that hummus card. There are holidays there's holidays for every day of the week has something cool. I have an insurance agent that works with me, and every month he sends his top 100 clients a card of some kind. And his admin actually got used to doing it herself instead of me doing it. And she actually found a card for I Love Lucy Day in September. It's one of the old clips where I Love Lucy. It's the point of doing something different nobody else is doing, you're going to be remembered for. All events going on in their lives, and of course, encouragement. So with that, for anybody listening, and I know you can actually go to the salontraining.com website also and see the link there. But these are the links to that. Either one of these links that are on the site there, you can go to and actually send your first free card. Just send a card once, check it out. Really encourage you to try it. Try it for a month or two and utilize it, to, what works for you, and you will make an impression without a doubt. So any questions?
That's great. Jada, I think we're going to have a conversation after this about some things some new hours, like sending out some cards for the trainers and for sponsors and members and, for the salon. I see so much potential here. And you're right. Like, people do not open emails and, text messages. They do to a certain extent, but if they got something in the mail, like, they're gonna see it, they're gonna open it.
Right. This is just like so special and like personalized. It just puts you above and beyond. I think that it would be fantastic to like send out thank you cards to trainers, congrats on your first class, things like that. It's great. There's so much potential here.
Yeah. And I know too that, Tracy, I will send you that link for that other website that we have, because, Darla goes into even more detail on some examples of cards. And I mean, you know more than me, because I'm not a stylist, but you hear all kinds of stories from people. I mean, you just cutting somebody's hair can have a reason to send a card to them, whether it's an encouragement card or whether it's a congratulations card or whatever. It's just being aware and knowing that you're going to.
So many people have come in through the years and say, can you do what you did last time? Or do you remember the time that we did, the red and the blonde or whatever? Like, how amazing would that be? You're right, because sometimes you post it on social media and it's there, and either you got to keep searching for it, or like,
Sure.
I don't know, or going through your pictures. Like, this would be so cool. And
Mhm.
I'm not just saying this because like, you're on here now. Seriously, like I've bought cards in the past and they're just a simple card, and yours looks like a photography picture. Like I was so impressed whenever it came the other day. I was like, this looks like a photography. It's like, and I'm going to set it on my station. I'm not going to throw away this card, where I think a lot of times we throw away cards. Like this one's, they're keepers. So
Yeah.
Right, you get a card from the dollar store and there's like no incentive to keep it. It's just it's almost like it feels like it was sent out of obligation. This is like someone went out of their way to make you feel special and appreciated and noticed.
yeah.
Yeah. And I know, and I have people that I know, and it's like they're trying to be like so detailed on the card, and it's got to be. I said, no, no, no. The idea that you're taking the time to do this, to grab a picture and celebrate somebody else for something, that's the impression. That is the impression, just do it. And like I have people all the time that's like, oh my gosh, I missed their birthday, and they get all upset. I said, no, no, no. There's never not a wrong time to send a card. You send that birthday card and you say something funny like, oops, or hope it was great, or, more than just a belated card. It's just, in fact, I have a friend that she does half birthday cards.
Aw,
Sends a birthday card 6 months between a birthday.
That's cute.
Isn't that cute? Yeah. And it's like, oh, who's
Different.
not going to remember that, right?
right, that's like an Alice in Wonderland, Merry Unbirthday or something like that. That's so cute.
Yeah, we have, well, as you know, I love sending the cards, and I'm just every day I'm on Facebook finding things and saving them and sending them. But somebody the other day posted this picture, and it was a horse, and a colt was born. And the colt, the poor little colt, his face is like right up against the side of the barn, like he bumped his head right into the barn. And I grabbed that picture, and I just put just a simple caption on the back and said, oops, I did it again, forgot to watch where I was going, and sent that off to them. Now, they're going to keep that card, so I mean, there's no intention. It's just you do it because it's a fun thing to do. It makes people smile. There's not enough of that in this world today.
That's for sure.
Not enough. And you can literally, for that $100 a month, you could literally change hundreds of people's days.
I think, also too, for marketing, I mean, obviously this is a marketing thing as well. And we said today's event was how to get clients to remember you and that kind of stuff. And of course, this is showing them how you're going to get remembered. But the other thing is, salons, any business, we spend so much on marketing, on like billboards and ads and radio and TV and, whatever you decide to do, or referral programs and stuff. These could actually, in my opinion, replace referral cards, I would think, in some aspect. I mean, you can use it for all kinds of different things, like a special of the month, or, we invite you for, you're a VIP client, we invite you for a special night, or, I mean, the list goes on and on and on that I keep thinking.
It does.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm never suggesting to not do the regular marketing. If you remember at the beginning, it was 80-20. Just take that and make 80% of it this relationship driven, and 20% your normal marketing. It's okay to use these cards to advertise something that's going on, or for a coupon. It's okay to do all that. You just don't want to do it 80% of the time.
Right.
You want to keep that 20 there and keep the 8. That's like on the email marketing. You've got to have email marketing. You've got to have your blogs. You've got to have this kind of stuff. I'm not suggesting not to, but just know where your numbers are. Don't put all your eggs in that basket and expect like, okay, I did my post out there on Facebook and we're ready to go. No, it's real. And of course, that's without the algorithms changing all the time. And there's never, ever going to be a greeting card that is not appreciated when they get it in the mail.
Mm-hmm.
It's just never going to happen. I mean, it's the first thing anybody opens, and it's the first thing that people are going to remember. And plus the beauty that you can keep it, the beauty that they can look at it again, and in the hairstyling business, like you say, They're going to look like, I really like how she cut my hair. Let me walk in here. Let me show her this again. I know sometimes I get questions from professionals that say, well, how do you get their addresses? We don't have something set up. Well, number one, you ask. Number two, run a promotion for a couple of months. Hey, sign up here and I'm going to give you a free cut, or something like that. And in that sign up process, have the address included, have their birthday put down there. But I think in my experience, even with the salon I go to out here in Greensburg, it would be nothing for them to ask their clients like, hey, we're updating our database. When's your birthday? What's your good mailing address? Or something.
Yeah, I would hope that salons grab their information, unless it's like a walk-in place. I know that they don't necessarily always, even in walk-in places, they check them out on a computer. So they usually would have them, I would hope and think. So
yeah. I would think, you could really capitalize on the walk-in folks, and really doing that 3-card campaign or a big campaign for them, to have them come back.
We talk a lot about, I know a lot of the different trainers talk about the same thing is, sometimes our very first guest that comes in, like when their first visit, we're like, oh, and we're so perfect. And, you give them the tour and the best shampoo and you do it. And then after visit like 10, we kind of like, hey, how you doing, Joy? What do we do? Or something, which is fine because we get comfortable with, and it gets more of a personal base, but yet we tend to forget about them in the aspect of they're still coming to us as a client, not necessarily a friend. They're still coming to us. So I think like what you said, just send them a thank you for being a client for 1 year with me, thank you for being a client for the last 18 years with me,
exactly.
Like that, so.
See, and I think they're good candidates too for those offbeat holiday cards or those fun cards, just out of the clear blue, because they've been with you for a while.
Yes.
So,
and I want to apologize for my unprofessional background.
I just think it's cute.
I think I've said that the last couple of times. Like I bought this big thing for salontraining.com and here it kind of got pushed down and got a little bit whatever. And then we took it outside and something happened to it. So I'm waiting on my other backdrop and I've stopped going live, for a while. It's like, oh, my background is not professional and I have a cat and it's a couch and wow. I was like,
people like cats more. The cat is better. Keep the cat.
I can't get it anyways. I got one of those. I got one of those to put on my chair, and it covers it. They still, my head's still all fragmented. So I don't get it. I don't know what it is.
I don't like the fragmented ones. I mean, if people use them and they love them, I guess it might be better than kind of what I have going on right now sometimes.
Yeah. Well, your cat's beautiful. And it makes, remember what I said about the authentic you? There you go.
Yep. Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. It's personal. Sweet.
Oh,
I think your sound is good. Okay. Hey, well, thank you so much, Joy.
sure.
Thanks, Jada. And like I said, this is something that we had posted for our members, and we're going to actually share this with them. So this is why it's very intimate, and we can actually send this out to everybody. And if you are watching this and you are interested, like Joy said, there's links in here. You can also go to the salontraining.com shop area, and all you have to do is go. It's actually on the front page right now. I don't know if it will be by the time that you watch this, but it says send out cards, and you can just go right there to the link. And like Joy said, you can sign up and send a free card for once for trying it out. And then you can look at the different plans. I know I am doing the unlimited plan here actually probably today after we get off the phone. I'll go ahead and do that because I do see so much value in just sending out. Why not spend $247 for marketing and friendship and family? And I mean, that's such an amazing price,
Yeah, and know too, Tracy, and anybody listening too, that we have a resource center that has all the tutorials on how to do things. And plus, me being a friend of Tracy's, I will be glad to help you too. So if you reach out to me, my information will be on the site all the time anyway.
Yes.
Yeah. So just reach out to me. I'll be glad to sit down, do a Zoom with you, whatever you need to help get you set up, or any questions that you might have. So.
Great.
Okay.
Hey, thank you very much for sharing this with us today.
Thanks for having me. I really enjoyed it. So
talk to you later. Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.